it very fresh. I remember back home, we were able to just go out and pick an orange and eat it right away. You're getting all the vitamin C and the nutrients right away. Nowadays, the orange you may be getting in the store might be a year old. So you've lost a lot of the nutrients. Now, when you have it raw, you get up 30% up to more 30% up to the cellular level. And those are bioactive, raw and whole, juiced and consumed immediately. You don't want to juice it and put it, the most they say you should keep the juice in the refrigerator is 24 hours. After that, it starts to, you will notice the difference in the taste when you juice it. Dehydrated or dried foods like your dried raisins and so on, or frozen foods you get, those are bioactive. They still have the enzymes, so you get most of the nutrients from that, but you do lose 2 to 5% and maybe 5 to 30% of the frozen. So if you're buying your vegetables and stuff frozen, it's better to buy it frozen. And the biostatic now,
Before
steamed,
you
you're
move on,
losing,
Sister, sorry.
yes, those will, yes.
Before you move on, just a quick one. The the juiced fruits and vegetables.
Uh-huh.
So you said consume it immediately.
Yes, that's where you
So
get most of the nutrients.
is that because I like to juice, but sometimes like I blend and then put it in the fridge, and then
They say
but I know
24
after a while it
hours.
ferment.
Drink it within 24 hours to get most. Yeah, you still have the fiber and you still have some of the nutrients, but not as much as if you drink it immediately. And if you realize, if you keep it in the refrigerator until the next day, you will realize that the taste is different because you have lost some of the nutrients. Now, raw and leftover foods, you lose 20 to 70% of the nutrients. And when you have cooked leftover, you lose almost everything. And those are biostatic. Yeah, they'll maintain life, but then you have the bioacidic. You don't want to microwave your food. When you microwave your food, it actually changes the structure of the food. So it's no longer food. Okay, so you don't want to use microwave. The commercially canned foods, 100% loss of the nutrients. You may have some fiber left, but you also add toxins to it. And your fried foods, which most of us love, and I'm not saying that you have to give up the fried foods completely, because the oil is separated from its natural form, you end up with toxins in it. And then when you further heat it, and especially if it goes above the smoke point, you end up with toxins in the food. So, right. So those are things that you have to be aware of. All right. And this is just giving you, so and you want to try to eat some raw fruits and vegetables at each meal, and 50 to 70% is optimal. And that's our tip. We also need to understand,
Sorry,
yes,
Sister Stern, just a quick question. So I'm really struggling with, I know you had said when
all
you
right,
eat, you shouldn't drink liquids right
right,
after. And it's such a struggle for me because I feel better when I don't drink liquid right away.
yeah.
Like my body, I can feel the digestion process happening. But then, man, sometimes just out of habit, you just may drink some
Drink some.
water, and then I feel so just out of sorts
Yeah.
internally. Can you?
Because when you drink the liquids, when you just eat, you see, our stomach has hydrochloric acid to help you digest the food quickly, as well as some of the germs that some of us are afraid of, right? So it helps you to digest the food. But when you drink liquids, water, for example, it goes into the stomach right away and it dilutes the hydrochloric acid. So it takes much longer to digest the food. And sometimes this food might stay there and just rot in your stomach. Yes, especially meat. Okay, and then the other thing that we need to understand is the pH of food. pH is extremely important because the further to the acidic side you go with food, the more disease you're gonna get. If you eat a lot of acidic food and you don't balance it with pH foods, you're gonna get diseases. And as you can see there, death on the acidic side, life on the alkaline side. Now you need to balance it. So you need some acidic food, but you need to balance it with your alkaline foods. And of course, we see here the pH of food. Carbonated water and club soda and energy drinks are way down there on the acidic level. So those of us who are drinking a lot of club sodas and so on, as you might know, once you get that fizz out of your sodas, what you have left is just water and sugar. And what's in there is carbon dioxide. So you're drinking something that is potentially acidic in your stomach. So all of these things, so you can see over here you have mainly your cream, cheese, and your buttermilk, and your pickles, and chocolate, and roasted nuts, and beef, and white bread, and fruit juices, and eggs, and those things over here. But the further up the scale you go, the more neutral it becomes. Over here, you have your apples and your almonds and your grapefruits, basically your fruits and your vegetables. They are the more alkaline ones. And that's why we suggest that you have your fruits and vegetables, something raw with each meal. All right?
So even carrots, obviously we like to, thank you, Brother Kevin, we like to steam our veggies. You want to speak to that?
If you steam your veggies, you don't want it to be so soft when you're done. It should be still crunchy, because if it's still crunchy, it still has some of the nutrients in it. If you think about broccoli, for example, if you overcook broccoli, the color changes from green to a sort of dark brown. You have lost most of the nutrients out of it. So you don't want to steam it for too long, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, if so much. And so, of course, we're looking at our pH scale here. So you want to have some foods on this side, and don't go too low on the acidic scale. You want to have some on this side and mostly on this side to keep your body alkaline. Now, if your body is alkaline, cancer cannot survive in an alkaline body. So the more acidic your body is, then that's when you start to get cancer. All right, so the tip here is to have a mixture of acidic and alkaline food each day. And you want to try to eat more alkaline than acidic. All right. Now, we have what we call pathogenic microorganisms. And the word pathogenic comes from the Greek root pathos, which means disease. And genesis, of course, bringing into being or life. So literally, pathogenic means bringing disease into being. Now, when in 1994, this magazine published these numbers. With milk, you have 5 million pathogenic microorganisms per cup. Butter, 7 million. Eggs, 37 million. Cheese, 100 million per serving. Ice cream, 227 million. Beef, poultry, fish, 336 million per serving. And the average American meal, 750 million to 1 billion per meal. And the average vegan meal, of course, 500. Oh, okay. Not just that, we need to also consider our digestion process and how foods are digested. Watermelon will take 20 minutes. Oranges and grapes, 30 minutes. Apples and pears, 40. Tomato, celery, 40 minutes. If you boil your spinach and your cauliflower and your corn, 45 minutes. Boiled egg takes 45 minutes. Potatoes an hour, brown rice and millet 1.5 hours, soybean 1.5 to 2 hours. Now pork is going to take 4 to 5 hours. Beef is 3 to 4 hours, and cheese, notice that it takes longer for you to digest cheese than milk. Sorry, than beef, I'm sorry. So you have to take that into consideration as well. And now the elimination process, it typically takes 2 to 5 days for the waste from eating meat to be eliminated from the body. 2 to 5 days. It takes 1 to 3 days for the waste from beans to be eliminated, and 1 to 3 days from fruits and vegetables. So of course we see that meat is generally staying in your body way too long. So, yes. Yes.
Okay. Why do peas make
Thank you for that.
us gassy?
Because it's not cooked properly, one, you need to cook it.
I didn't say my
And
peas,
two, some people, because of their digestive system, they might get the gas. But what you need to do is to soak it overnight, throw off that first water, and boil it properly and add some ginger.
Okay, and I had a second question. Is the fact that we have an acidic tummy, like stomach, telling that we like also a sign pointing to God's original diet? Because the food is alkaline, the good ones. Like he made us our stomachs acidic to match the kind of food that he's trying to so it be neutralized.
Yeah.
Rather than because acidic what happens when you put acidic food in an acidic environment?
It gets even worse acidic.
So then the fact that we're humans and we're made with an already acidic stomach, God knew maybe.
Yeah, oh yeah, because
That
God
we-
made the perfect diet.
Okay. So we can talk about, yeah. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, just Mr. Sterling, I'm really on this journey. I'm trying to, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to be on the journey. I'm noticing that even when I eat light things late, it still interrupts my sleep.
Yes, it does.
Even if it's salad, what
It does.
can you,
Because of the circadian rhythm. You see, when you wake up early in the morning, your body is pushing out the enzymes that you need to digest food. And okay, I'll leave it at that. That you need to digest food early in the morning with the sun. When the sun rises, then your body is prepared for that, to digest food. As you go and the sun starts to set, your body is slowing down, getting ready for sleep. So if you eat late at night, you are disrupting that process. So now you're dividing the time between digestion and sleep. So that creates a problem. All right. I'm not going to be showing this video. It was just talking about what's the best thing for dementia. And of course, it is a plant-based diet. But if you've been eating a lot of enzyme depleted, devitalized food all your life, is there hope? Yes, there is. And I'm going to show you, this is a lung that was affected by cancer. A plant-based diet. Plant-based diet. So this is a lung that was affected by cancer. And this is the lung after 12 weeks and 2 days, completely restored because this person shifted to a plant-based diet. And I could show you brain cancer as well, but I don't have the slides here, where brain cancer, because they went on a plant-based diet, was reversed. So God made us to consume more plants than anything. Okay, now, the power of the tongue.
Very good.
Yes.
So, Sister Sterling, I'm sort of blessed and cursed with the ability to sense skepticism. I just feel it in my body. I don't know why, no matter where I am. So what do you say to the people who would say, nah, that ain't true?
Yeah.
Like how do we explain how does the plant-based diet, in a simplistic way, not necessarily scientific, I know it's scientific, but just for in layman terms, because I don't necessarily have a problem with what you just said. I can see that, because even with Pastor Sterling, when he went plant-based, his kidneys
were
were
rejuvenated, yes.
right, and then yeah. So how do you explain the plant-based diet, that benefit, in a simple way?
Okay, because plants generally are more packed with nutrients than meat. Because remember now, animals get their food from plants. So you're getting it secondhand when you eat animals. You're getting it so why not get it directly from the plants? And it has the macronutrients, the micronutrients, like your magnesium, your calcium, your all of those little nutrients that you don't get from meat. And when you think about the cow eats grass, right? The cow doesn't eat anything else. But you know what has happened is that we have trained our tongues to like certain things. And so it's a challenge for us to make the change. And you know, when we usually talk about life and death is in the power of the tongue, but most times we think about what we say.
Right.
But our taste buds are also very involved in the life and death. And if you read the verse in Proverbs, it says, a man's stomach shall be satisfied from the fruit of his mouth. From the produce of his lips shall he be filled. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. So it's not
Sterling,
just the words.
just before you move on,
Uh-huh.
yeah, just before you move on, you said that the cow just eat grass. I remember 5 years, 6 years ago, they started giving cows roadkill. And
yeah.
eventually, you remember the cows started getting mad cow disease?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, they started getting mad cow disease. So, yeah, they started give them, they started mix roadkill
With grains, and they're giving them grains too.
yes, in their thing, and they started to go crazy.
Yeah. So you actually don't know what you're eating when you eat animal products, because now they're feeding them. It's not just wild. They're not eating out the grass and wild, free range. They have them stuck. And those of you, when you have time, look up on YouTube, Knives Over Fork, is it? Forks over knife, and watch that and see where your meat is actually coming from. Very important. All right, so we have trained our tongues to eat a lot of sweets and a lot of junk. And if you go to the supermarket, the best food is at the back. So you have to walk past all the junk, and they invite you to buy the junk when you get to the cashier, because the junk is right there. And they're training you to eat a lot of sugar and all of those dead stuff that really poison your body. Okay, so the tongue has to be controlled. You have to control how you eat. And your speech and your appetite, both of them have to be controlled by the Holy Spirit. I'm not going to play this video because I don't think we have a lot of time. Or maybe I could, but we've been talking about, people have been talking about the fact that, yeah, if your family members had a certain disease, it's in your genes. And that was something for a long time. They talk about cancer and diabetes and those things. If it's in your family, it's in your genes, and more than likely you'll get it. But now they're talking about what they call epigenetics. So even though you might have the potential to get the disease, if you provide yourself with the right environment, you will never get that. And what's the right environment? The blood, which is the life of the animal, and it depends on what you feed yourself. So this is a scientist from back in the 50s, 60s, who've been talking about genetics, and it doesn't control you. I'm not going to spend time. It's about 7 minutes. So because I want to finish this afternoon, I'm not going to do that. But just to talk about it, the mindset change. We have to change. We have to renew our minds. The Bible tells us that. And our mindset change, before we can start on this, we have to change our minds about a number of things. First of all, we have to understand that disease took years to develop, and it's not going to be reversed overnight. So even though some people might get a miraculous change, the disease is not going to be reversed overnight. It's because it took time to get your body to that place. It's going to take some time. And bear in mind that my last heart attack was 8 years ago. Okay? And I'm not going to say that I am completely and 100%. Not going to say that. Also, so give yourself time to reverse whatever problems you might be experiencing. Also, know that as you take the right steps, your body is responding in ways that may not be readily evident. Because when I was at the lifestyle center, after 10 days, you saw how different my blood looked. I wasn't able to see that, but my body was responding, right? So when you make the change, your body is responding and doing what it is supposed to do, but you might not see it right away. All right. So during the detoxing process, there are some symptoms that may actually get worse. But don't give up. You may want to slow the process so that, you don't get, slow the process of the change so that the symptoms might be reduced some, but also pray for wisdom, right? That's what I had to do. Also, it's okay to satisfy the taste occasionally, right? I had a sweet tooth, but what I've done, I've tried to develop my own little recipes with fruits. So I'm not using the white sugar and those things that I know will make a big difference. Okay, so it's okay to satisfy your taste now and then, but don't overindulge, because sometimes you overindulge and you go right back on the path that you shouldn't go. All right. Keep a diary to show the changes that you are experiencing and how your foods affect your body. That's very helpful. Yes, Pastor.
Sister Sterling,
Uh-huh.
we teach our children that they should not eat too much candies
Right?
because it will rot. Their teeth will
But
become
it's worse
rotten,
than that.
and it's worse than that.
Mhm.
Because they develop an addiction almost to sugar.
It's an addiction of sugar is worse than addiction to cocaine.
Wow. My question was around, I guess I'm playing that thought, because just because it tastes good doesn't mean it's actually good for you. And
That's right.
I think somehow we gotta get over that, especially Caribbean folk, we like everything to taste good.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Use your seasonings, use your herbs and your spices. Those can make it taste good. And those of us who love to cook meat, whatever you put on your meat, put it on your peas and beans,
right.
right? Keep some of the taste that you love.
So, sometimes I think we over season
Yeah, sometimes.
because
it
we
is.
have so many chemicals in the form of seasonings
Yeah,
that we pile on. That's why I can't even eat out as much. I realize in my shift in diet, there's no place for me to eat.
yeah, because they have, now you have to be very careful when you buy those seasonings in the bottle. You want to make sure that it's a mixture of herbs, right? It's a mixture of herbs because they have MSGs and those things which are not good for you. And the MSG tastes good, the food tastes good, but it's not good for you. So whenever you buy those bottled seasonings, you want to make sure that it's a mixture of herbs. Or you can grow your own herb. I grow my own herb in my backyard. All right, so my suggestion is to start with a cleanse. And you do what we call an isotonic flush. You take 1 tablespoon of Himalayan pink salt in a liter of warm water first thing in the morning. You drink it within 15 minutes. All right. And you follow that with about a 1/4 cup of water with 5 to 10 drops of black walnut. That will help to get rid of parasites. Black walnut. You can get it in the health food store. It's a liquid. You just, yeah, tincture. And you drink a usual amount of water throughout the day. You better stay home though, because you're going to be going to the bathroom really often, right? And your breakfast during that cleanse is going to be a smoothie. And you can drink maybe a quart of the smoothie if you want. Yeah. Give me a second. A quart smoothie made with spinach, romaine lettuce, sprouts, ripe banana, freshly made apple juice or coconut water, lemon juice, and a teaspoon of chlorella. Chlorella helps to cleanse the body as well. And your lunch now would be freshly made carrot juice with orange juice. And you can do that 2 to 10 days, depending on how you feel in your body, or if you feel that, yeah, I'm healthy, I'm reasonably healthy, you may not want to do that. Yes, Deacon.
Something that my mom used to do at home.
Uh-huh.
Every, before you go back to school,
You get a wash
yeah,
out.
you get a purge,
Yes.
right? Right? You get a purge. We never get sick.
That's right. I had that too.
Everybody, the girls used to get castor oil,
We used to get castor oil.
and the
honey.
boys used to get
Yes.
Cinepad and salts.
Yes.
Oh gosh. And I came up to Canada and I tried to think myself, what the hell am I doing to my body? I
You
said,
get
enough of that.
Of toxins. So do it quarterly.
I said to myself, I am not doing that foolishness. And no, I'm past that thing. I'm not doing that anymore. And I said, enough of that. But I said, every August month, before we go back to school, castor oil and Cinepad and salt. That thing gripe your body, oh gosh.
Yeah.
I am telling you something.
But that's what we used to do, but we never got sick because our bodies got cleansed. Yeah. So you may want to do that. So now, in the beginning, you want to think about a typical meal, what your typical day's meal look like. And then you want to think about what can you use to replace some of the things that you need to remove. For example, you may replace white bread with whole grain bread. You may want to replace eggs with tofu or just egg, as you see, they sell a just egg in some of those health food stores. And that's made out of mung beans. And that's pretty good. I mean, Shane makes a wicked just egg omelette. Right, Jay? Yes. You can so those are things you want to think about. You can replace your chicken with mushrooms and beans, and you can do a mushroom chicken. We can do that. And whole milk with nut milk. You may want to do the replacements gradually or all at once. It's up to you. But I would suggest if you're doing gradually remove the milk products first. Those are the worst things that you can put in your body. Milk, anything with milk, yes.
I was just gonna recommend, the only bread I eat is Ezekiel bread.
Ezekiel bread is awesome.
It's probably one of the best breads you can
Yes,
buy.
yes.
It's in the freezer section, in the fridge. It's kind of expensive though,
Sprouted
but
grain.
sprouted grains, yeah, and lentils and different things inside of it, but it takes getting used to, but now I can't eat other bread anymore. I
Yes.
can't stand the taste.
Ezekiel bread is awesome. And because it's sprouted, remember we spoke about sprout being the nutrient packed thing from the plant? Yes, because it's sprouted, it's even more nutritious. Okay. Now, there are some things that you're gonna need in your kitchen. You're gonna need at least a blender, right? And most people might have that. I have the, what's the name of it, Sheena? My blender. No, not the Vitamix. I have a Vitamix. That's the best one you can get. And if you buy it at Costco and anything goes wrong, you can take it back, even after 7 years, which I did. I had one I bought at Costco, and after 7 years it went bad. I took it and they took it back and they took it from me and refunded me my money. So if you do that, buy it, although it's expensive, but it is really good, very good. I don't know if they'll do that here, but that was in the US. Okay, you're going to need, what's this again? You need a slow cooker. For those of you who are busy who work, you might want to make a bean soup, with those 12, 15 beans, and you just pack everything in it, leave it, slow cook. When you get home, it's ready. Those of you who like oatmeal, steel cut oats, you can put your oats in your crock pot overnight. When you wake up next morning, your oatmeal is ready. So that's something handy to have. You need a juicer. And we recommend that you drink juices 2 hours in between meals, because those give you a really good amount of the micronutrients. And what's this one we use to fry in the air fryer? An air fryer helps. When you want that crispiness to your food and you don't want to actually fry it in the oil and add the toxins, you use an air fryer. And you want a food processor. So those are simple things that we suggest you have. And of course, you're gonna start on your plant-based diet. You want a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, lentils, peas, and beans. I didn't realize we had such a wide variety of beans until I became vegetarian in this way. I started eating like this. And there's such a wide variety. And bear in mind that beans have anywhere between 13 and 18 grams of protein for each cup. So, and try to have a variety of beans. Yes, you may love red peas. They don't want to eat red peas every day, right? Have a different type of bean during the week. Yes, sister.
And there's some beans, I think it's the navy bean, a dark one, is very good for your iron.
Yes.
So if you're iron deficient,
you need your navy beans.
the navy beans they have like an excellent source of iron in them.
And also pistachios. Pistachio nuts, you get, if you remember, we get 29 grams of protein from pistachios without the shell, right? And you get a good amount of iron from that too.
Is it okay if it's roasted?
If it's roasted, I prefer to buy my nuts raw, and when I'm ready to eat, I may put it in the air fryer for a few minutes, and it's the best nuts you'll taste. Because when you buy them cooked already, it's going rancid. because of the hydrogenated oils and stuff that they cook it in. Yeah, you can dry roast. Yeah, that's how we do it. We dry roast it in our air fryer in the mornings. Yes, so I prefer to buy it raw.
Some people say that the plant-based diet, thank you, Brother Kevin. You'll find that you might be low with B12, vitamin B12.
I'm coming to that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm coming to the B12. Yeah, so you want to have these, your herbs and spices dried, or you can grow your own, right? You want your whole grains, your brown rice, your quinoa, your amaranth and whatever else, all of those. Oats, and if you're buying oats, you want to buy the steel cut oats or the oat groats. Also, you need your chia seeds, your flax seeds, and your hemp seeds. Remember, the chia seeds and the flax seeds, that's where you're going to get your essential fatty acids. And of course, you need your fiber and water. And especially for those who might be having higher blood sugar levels, you need your fiber. Drink some of the psyllium before you eat, and that helps. Okay, and the additional stuff. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is sold in the health food store in a bottle. It's green. Chlorophyll is the blood for the plant. Now, they say if you want a blood transfusion, you drink chlorophyll overnight. So that's good, and that also helps to clean your system. You need your seaweed. You can get some B12 from your seaweed. Your spirulina and your chlorella, those help to detox the body. The Celtic sea salt, as I explained before, apple cider vinegar. For those of you who want to lose weight, you want to drink a little apple cider vinegar before your meal. That helps to keep the blood sugar down too. Epsom salt, your magnesium, you want to soak your feet in it, that relaxes you. You dilute it, maybe 1 tablespoon in 8 ounces of water. Your baking soda, your hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide helps with your oral hygiene. So when you're brushing your teeth, you can use, I have one of the water picks. I just put some in the water when I'm doing my teeth. And that helps to clean the gums and keep it healthy. And of course, your yeast flakes, you get B12 from your yeast flakes. And it has that nice cheesy flavor. That's what we use to make our cashew cheese and other nut cheeses. And that gives it a good flavor. And of course, your psyllium for fiber and your B12, you want to have your B12. Get the one that you put under your tongue so that your body will yes, your body absorbs it better if it's under your tongue. And of course, you want to use your flaxseed and your psyllium daily. Okay, so now we want to make juices, our fruit and vegetable juices. And those are concentrated forms of our nutrients. And you want to drink them fresh, and you drink them between your meals. Okay, you drink between your meals. All right, so I'm just putting up now some of the healthy breakfast examples, and these are some of the breakfasts that I make. So at the top right there, that's a fruit and crepe. That's fruit with crepes, and on top of it, I have a blueberry compote. So, and I put some peanut butter on the crepes. Then I dump on my fruits, and delicious. All right. The one in the second one from that is just a mixture of fruits. That's fruits with some vegan yogurt and my chia seeds and flax seeds. And of course, I would add some nut milk with that, a slice of whole wheat toast with hummus. and nutritional yeast. And that keeps you. The next one is fruit, grapefruit pieces and orange pieces with some nuts and cinnamon sprinkled over it. And that has some raisins and bee pollen. Bee pollen is also very nutritious. And the next one is my steel cut oats with fruits on top and some that has some molasses. Molasses is also good for if you are iron deficient, you put your molasses on. Then that is nice. And this one here, the one at the bottom, of course, that's some turned cornmeal for Jamaicans who like turned cornmeal. And you can add your corn and peas and you can add your corn and peas to that. And we have some cooked cabbage with carrots and on the side there, it's, what was that again? That was crepes with some fruits. No, these are my pictures. That's what I cook. That's what I cook. Yes. Down here now we have a just egg patty that's made with the just egg and grated Irish potato. So you grate the Irish potato, squeeze out the juice, and you put it in your skillet and let it brown a little. Then you add your just egg and your seasonings, and you end up with and you put spinach in between, and you can put some cheese on it too. That was breakfast. This I think was also another crepes with coconut milk, coconut thing on it. And over here, crepes again with my fruits. This is a just egg patty and some oatmeal. So those are some of the things that I made. And of course, how do you make your salad? The salad should usually be the main focus of your meal. Remember, we want to eat as much raw as possible. So you start with your romaine, green leaf, Boston lettuce, iceberg, whichever you like. Then you add some shredded kale, watercress, arugula, all of those things. You add some more color with your onions and your tomatoes and your carrots. And of course, you can you can add beans. You can also add nuts to it. Sunflower seeds, very good with your salad. And you can make your dressing with avocado. You can make a dressing with cashews, raw cashews, and a number of other little things. We'll give you the recipes. And of course, add some onion and garlic. Onion and garlic are very good to help with the detox process as well and digestion. All right, and you can add your nut dressing. Okay, and here are some dinner examples for those who like tacos. I made some taco meat, and this is my cheese sauce and vegetables. I'm gonna put these recipes up on my website. And this is mushroom in salad. This is rice made with, and on top I have some red peas with beets and carrots, and I think I have some plantains cooked in that. That's delicious too. And here again, some other cooked vegetables, and I think this is mushroom and some mashed potatoes. And of course, here again, we have salads, and this is pasta with some lentil stew. And this in that one at the end, that is mushroom chicken. Fried. Now and then I have a little fried mushroom chicken, and it tastes really good in olive oil, yes. And that was some mac and cheese. Of course, this is our vegan mac and cheese, and I'll get the recipes out to those who want it. All right. Put it on my website. And here, this is a burger that I make with carrots and nuts. and it tastes really good. And of course, on my nut bread, my bread here with my avocado spread with my lettuce and tomato and onions, delicious. And towards the end, the third one, that's a cheese spread that I make, and that's made with cashews and yeast flakes, and you can put a little turmeric in it too if you want. And of course, the salad is at the end, another salad at the end. I think that has apples and a variety of vegetables and nuts. Uh-huh. Yeah. Color.
Because I think it goes back to what you were saying earlier about the mindset change,
Yes.
where your food doesn't come quick. But now you see your food more like medicine.
Yeah.
So you take therapy for the maturity.
And when you make the burgers, when we make the burgers, I can get maybe 2 dozen burgers. So you're not making a burger every day. And you can save it in the refrigerator for up to 2-3 months. Yeah, and you can use that burger for breakfast too. And I have a very easy burger one, not the carrot one, but I have a very easy one that, you can get that done within, very short piece of time. Yeah, that one you can use for breakfast, you can use it for lunch, you can use it for dinner. Yeah. All right. So those are just some examples, dinner examples. Now, this is something that the Lord put in my head. Okay? It says, eat what thou will, and get pharmaceuticals to deal with the health problems that will arise. Your government and healthcare system are here for you from cradle to the grave. Don't worry. Do what makes you happy. But that is from the pit of hell. Okay. So now there are two ways. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. The other way is, I call heaven and earth to witness today against you. And I've set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Choose life, that both you and your descendants may live. And please note that the food habits that we have developed, it came from our parents, right? And it probably came from their parents. So when you change your food habit now, your generations will develop that habit.
I know we're all the time, but I have to agree with that because especially since so about 2003, so about 3.5 years ago, I decided to radically change my diet because sure to in our conversations as well. And after that, the palate
Change, it will.
So and then that's when I realized that, for example, we back in Jamaica, the common food, very savory, very sweet, and so unhealthy. The challenging thing though is understanding the need to eat better. All my life, I've been raised hearing the high blood pressure and diabetes on both sides of the family. And maybe about 3 weeks ago or so, I got a call and about 4 or 5 of my cousins are either diabetic or pre-diabetic. Some a little bit older, some younger than me.
Because of the food choices.
So the thing is to convince them that
Send them the video. You are what you choose. You are what you choose. So you choose. Okay, now I have a few questions. As you see here, I have some roll-ons. These are all natural. Okay, these are all natural. Oh, they're all gone. So maybe everybody can get, those who are here can get one. Because I was gonna ask some questions, so those who answer the question can. Okay, we still have a few minutes. Okay, all right. So these questions are not on the presentation. Okay, so first question. How many days did it take to change how my blood looked? Okay, come Sister Chifu, come and take a roll on. And you can take your you can take your yes, you get a book. Okay. So the next question, what changes were made in my diet? I went to a plant-based diet. Okay. You take a book for you and Sister Simone too. All right. Now, what changes in the body when one moves to a plant-based diet?
Your body becomes more alkaline.
Everything. 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 Take another book. Okay, all right. Okay. What is the alternative to bypass surgery? That was mentioned. What was the alternative to bypass surgery? No? It's a natural bypass. You don't remember it. Okay. It was called EECP. All right. True or false? We all need meat to get enough protein. Oh. So, sister, he got it. Sister too. Okay. All right. That's for sister no, the Novia, you're right. Next question. Name one non-meat food that has all essential fatty acids in good ratio, huh? You know, yes. Actually, essential protein, but it's okay. All right. What does the acronym SAD means? Standard American Diet, but you can't get any more. Okay. So which drug is number 44 on the 50 most dangerous drugs? Aspirin. Okay, if you got a book already, just take, did you get a book already? No, okay, all right. What are two features, what are two features of the SAD diet? Huh? And what else? They don't eat veggies. They don't eat veggies. Yeah. It's high fat, high protein, high sugar. Yeah, okay. All right. According to the Greek, what does pharmacy mean? Witchcraft. Yes. You know what? Oh, yeah, okay.
Which brand?
We have one at home. No, it's not getting that. Okay. All right. Which nut has more protein than an egg? No. Uh-uh. Huh? No, 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 it's actually peanut. Peanut. You can't make it. It's a peanut. One more and we're done. Okay. Why are we not allowed to feed the zoo animals?
They have a specific diet. They can't eat, they have to eat their food raw. Their food raw.
People food kill them. All right, thank you guys. This was a blessing. And okay, we have two more roll-ons. You didn't get one. Okay, come and get one and get, oh, you got a book? You got the book? Oh, you get the book. Okay. All right, thank you so much. Let's pray to close.